The Friday Night Football Frenzy is brought to you by Nichols College. Learn, lead, succeed. The Friday Night Football Frenzy is presented by Bay State Savings Bank and the Worcester Railers Hockey Club.
Coming up next on the Friday Night Football Frenzy, it's a key Division II showdown as the Algonquin Tomahawks visit the Shrewsbury Colonials. Shepherd Hill looks to continue their drive to the playoffs as the Rams visit Leominster. And our rivals renew again as the Northbridge Rams host the undefeated Auburn Rockets. It's a slugfest out west as the Grafton Indians visit the Tantasqua Warriors. Set the tone from the opening kickoff. The frenzy begins right now. All right, folks, welcome to the Frenzy. Kevin Shea, Andy Lacombe. It is now officially football season. None of this 75-degree, balmy Friday nights anymore. This is the weather we want. 38 degrees, crisp, hitting weather, rivalry week. We got some great games tonight, playoff implications, but more than anything else, bragging rights. A lot of bragging rights tonight.
This is the kind of night where you smell the fires in the fireplaces near the field. Field's lit up. Little dew on the grass, and it's hitting weather, and we've got a hard-hitting affair right off the top. This is Northbridge and Auburn from LaSalle Field. You might remember Auburn was Northbridge's victim on homecoming last year. Second quarter, Auburn's Manny Rosario power running first and goal inside the Northbridge 10. We are scoreless at this point, but the Ram defense keeps it scoreless. The takeaway by Jake McNeil on the shovel pass, and Northbridge, the defense, holding. Next Auburn possession, Kev, you're going to want to watch this. Steve Saucier, the quarterback, running, and watch him run. Lowers the shoulder. That's my quarterback. Saucier with a power run, then it's Saucier throwing, finding Zakuto Iguanagu, and the grab gets him down to the 1-yard line, just inside the one. It sets up Sauce behind his O-line with the rugby scrum touchdown, 7-0 Auburn. Late in the second quarter, there's the signal.
Yep, why not?
Northbridge will get it back, and it's Jake Marzik scrambling, finding McNeil, and watch McNeil lower the shoulder. Hard-hitting affair tonight.
I like it. Sideline run.
And goal, Northbridge. Under 10 seconds to play. Marzik to Christopher Brower, 2 feet in for the tight end. 7-7 at the half. Game goes to overtime, tied at 10. Rosario with the touchdown for Auburn in OT. Auburn gets the win, 18-10.
Love these overtime games, baby. Shepherd Hill, Leominster from Doyle Field. Fourth quarter, the Hill up 13-0. Leominster beginning their comeback. Patrick Gallagher to Travis Storm. Storm on the screen.
That's a good name.
Look out. Storm gets some blocking, but does the rest. Just great wheels, 82 yards before he is finally brought down at the 1-yard line.
He could be a meteorologist. Travis Storm.
Blue Devils, you want thunder, lightning, or the whole storm? Anthony Dandini is the whole storm, 235 pounds. He's into the end zone, 13-6. Leominster's on the board. Subsequent kickoff. Kevin Mensah from his own 5-yard line, and here he comes. Mensah exploding up the gut. You're not going to catch him. Look at the wheels on Kevin Mensah. To the land of 6, 95 yards on the kickoff return for 6, and the Rams extending their lead to 20-6. But Leominster is not done. Counter-punching, Gallagher up top to Noah Gray. Gray down to the 10-yard line. From the 5-yard line, it is Gallagher. Play action, rolling out on the bootleg. Gallagher gonna go to the corner of the end zone. He's in for the touchdown, cutting the lead to 8. Leominster scores a touchdown with 14 seconds left in the game. They get the 2-point conversion to tie. We go to overtime. Leominster wins 28-26 in OT.
All right, Dory came in here on homecoming undefeated. Nobody gave you a chance, and you came together as a family and beat them. All right, 1 year later, you've got an undefeated team, head of their division, that nobody thinks you're going to beat. All right, now the question is, are you going to get together like a family, like you did last year, and beat them?
All right, that's Joe Beveridge. That's the G-rated version. And here comes Grafton. And Ethan Farah finds a hole and explodes. 80-plus yards in the first play from scrimmage. It's a touchdown. Grafton's up 6-0. Just 20 seconds in. Warriors punting now. Ball's on the ground. Grafton's Jack Fontana falling on it. Grafton has a 1st and goal. What a start for the Indians. 4th and goal. It's Fontana reaching out, but he's stopped short. Tantasqua D coming up with a big stop. Second quarter we go. Indians driving. Matt Holbrook rolling and throwing. A rare throw. Fontana's got it. He's going into the end zone. 12-0. Grafton gets the win, 40-12.
They can throw it if they need to down there in Grafton. Algonquin and Shrewsbury. Big one in Division 2. Colonials down 21-14. Matt Campanelli hits Chris Campbell. And Soup weaving through the defense. Into the end zone. We're all tied up at 21 apiece. T-Hawks looking to answer and throw into the end zone. The Shrewsbury defense coming up big. Great job holding your ground, getting position. Algonquin booting the field goal. 24-21. They're up by 3. T-Hawks. Brett Sherman. Sherman marching straight up the gut. Sherman, little weave into the end zone. Sherman's touchdown seals it. Algonquin with a huge win. 31-21 your final.
All right, best dressed coach in Central Mass taking on the Nurturer in a Millbury and Leicester game tonight. 20-14. Leicester at the half. Opening kick, 3rd quarter, onside kick. Jack O'Neill recovers for Leicester. And they are jacked and pumped on the far sideline. Sets up Nathan Powers on the keeper behind Nathan Power. Nathan Powers by Nathan Power.
What do they call him? Just Jack and John?
Tom and Harry or something like that. 28-14 at that point. Wooley's trying to answer. Here comes the Stork. Matt Morrow with the sack. Forcing a punt. The Leicester defense. 4th quarter. It is Powers rolling and throwing for the end zone. Danny George is there for the touchdown. 35-14 Leicester. The Woolies, though, not going away. Hello, Ruman. John Ruman picking up big yardage here on 4th down. It's a 1st and goal, keeping the drive alive. And the next play, Chuck Pacelli going in for a touchdown. 35-20, but Leicester gets the win tonight. 48-20, your final.
All right, we got Maynard and West Boylston. Pick it up in the 3rd quarter. West Boylston up 10-6. Lions ball. Cole McCoubry. A big 1st down for the Lions. A few plays later, it is McCoubry again. And this time it takes the whole Maynard defense to bring him down. Look at McCoubry. He just keeps those legs pumping. Keeps driving. Big, big run for Cole McCoubry. Lions taking a quick timeout as they huddle and drawing nearer to a score. And then big, bad McCoubry powers into the end zone. 2nd, 3rd, 4th effort. Holding on to the ball and a couple tacklers as well. Extra points no good, so the Lions of WB lead at 16-6. But in the end, it is Maynard storming back. And the Tigers win it. 20-16 is your final. Unbelievable games starting up north. Huge one in Division 2 with Leominster and Shepherd Hill. And credit Dave Palazzi and his staff making adjustments. Big 4th quarter comeback, 20 points in the 4th quarter for Leominster. They win it in overtime.
I'm looking at Ryan Barry and Algonquin. Barry sealing it for the T-Hawks. What a game for Algonquin. A must-win for them big time.
Joe Willie Namath. Barry is Joe Namath, and he has done it, and the T-Hawks are this close to a playoff berth. All right, plenty more of the Frenzy coming back after this.
The Friday Night Football Frenzy is presented by Bay State Savings Bank and the Worcester Railers Hockey Club.
All right, welcome back, everyone. Now we're going to start this block off with some prep school football. The Groton School at home today, taking on Middlesex. Beautiful day for it, beautiful campus.
Old friend Coach Lamoureux out of Air coaching up there now.
1st quarter, Middlesex getting on the board first. Cabello, Satetsi, and the talented sophomore doing the rest. Whoop, whoop, making a man miss, making another man miss, and then carrying people into the end zone. And it's 7-0 Middlesex. Late in the 1st quarter, Groton on the move. Taggart, Eimer, huge hole from his O-line. And the converted lineman has a zebra 1st down inside the 30. 4th and 2 now for Groton. Bennett Smith, another talented sophomore, Oh, Nelly, he is just a sophomore and he's running away from the defense. 22 yards on the touchdown, and we're all tied at 7.
That is a pastoral scene up there.
Smith doing it on defense too, unblocked, stuffing the North Middlesex team and forcing them to punt. Broughton capitalizing. Eimer right up the gut. Eimer's in for the touchdown. Broughton gets the win, 27-21.
All right, back to the Swickle. Southbridge and Uxbridge now. This is Max White Cohen firing, but it's intercepted. Cameron Miranda for Southbridge, taking it back the other way. He didn't get in.
It was a good run.
And Max White Cohen comes right back because he is fearless, and he hits Cam Butler, and the Butler did it. There he goes for the touchdown.
Whoa.
Streaking through the D, 7-0 at that point. Southbridge trying to move now. Ethan Champeau, enchanté. Throwing it upstairs and just out of bounds.
Oh, that's a great grab by that kid on the sideline. Sign him up. Put some shoulder pads on him.
Cohen, White Cohen finding Michael Rosa. Rosa getting away from a defender and stretching for the end zone. 14-0 at that point. Uxbridge looking good. All facets. Cohen looking for Matt Johnston, the tailback. He pounds it in there. 35-0. Spartans with the win tonight.
All right, the South Tide band. Impressive. Colonel's taking on Doherty. First quarter, 13-0 Doherty. Tyrell Arrington picking it off. Pick 6 for Arrington. And the Highlanders jumping on top 20-0. Doherty now on offense, and it is Arrington on offense. Arrington breaking tackles into the end zone, 26-6. South blocked the conversion, took it back for 2 points. So it's 26-2. Doherty playing some defense. South throwing, and Paul Yadam. Oh yeah, there's another Yadam at Doherty. Picks it off. Now Daryl Ando, great hit, strips the football. Doherty recovers, and the Highlanders have it. Michael Oppong firing to J.J. Early. Early doing the rest. Bottled up on the left side, steps out of a tackle, makes another man miss, and here he comes, all the way across the field. Early, juking, jiving.
Wow.
And he steps into the end zone, right past Michael O'Donoghue. OD on the camera tonight. 36-2 Doherty. Start of the second half. Tejon Vassar. A lot of familiar last names. Vassar returning this one. He is just a sophomore. Vassar takes it to the land of 6. Doherty gets the win, 42-10, your final.
Worcester Tech visiting Monty Tech, and we'll pick this one up. Second half, it's 8-6 Monty at the half. Onside kick from Nick Boyd, and the Eagles recover.
Great call from the coaching staff.
Oh, the coaches know. Lano knows what's going on. Adam Pascal then with the handoff to Devin Shaw up the middle. And in, 2-point conversion, no good, 12-8 Eagles. Monty Tech coming back. Tyler, pop, pop, pop. Bouncing off some defenders, good yardage there. Fourth quarter we go, Worcester Tech on the reverse. Denzel Kuma up the sideline. Denzel hopping over a defender. Then it's Pascal to David Kerrigan. Kerrigan wandering his way and muscling in. 18-8 Eagles. They get the win up north tonight. This is Neshoba and Marlborough tonight. First quarter, Evan Schmeidlein to Owen Capadonna. And Owen Capadonna just doing things down to the goal line there. This was a game won by Neshoba a year ago, and the defense looked good. Schmeidlein then sneaks it up, 7-0 Marlborough out on top. Second quarter, the reverse. Kevin Short is going to get the long run. Is that B. Rabbit's brother? Shorty's going and picking up yardage.
Get Shorty. That's what they were yelling on defense.
Next play, Luke Goulet. Great opera singer. Set the Panthers up. First and goal. Goulet.
We're running to the end zone.
Physical. Owen Capadonna pushes it in. 14-0 Panthers at that point. 2 minutes left first half. Neshoba knocking on the door. 4th and 5. And Marlborough's defense holding. Marlborough gets the win. 27-7. Eye-opener tonight.
Running of the Bulls, Quabbin style. The players coming right down the chute of fans. First quarter, scoreless game. Steven Miranda, you have the right to run down to the 2-yard line. Miranda, down the sideline, stretches, Gets close, but gets to the 2.
His older sister, a former Channel 3 intern.
Next play, Miranda, you have the right to enter the land of 6. And he does. 6-0 Hudson. Miranda.
You Mirandized him.
Miranda had 190 yards rushing and 4 touchdowns. Quabbin answers. 3rd down. Ryan Malkowski connects with Garrett Vartanian. Big gainer and a 1st down for the Panthers. Malkowski going deep. Great ball and a great catch by Travis Lanford. That's a touchdown, and we are tied up at 6 apiece. The students are pumped, the bleacher creatures. Quabbin's not done. Malkowski setting up the screen to Colby Smith. Calvin Thomas gets a great block out front, and Smith doing the rest. Wheeling it all the way into the end zone. 12-6. Quabbin in front. Panthers going for 2. Malkowski on the keeper. He's in to make it 14-6 Quabbin. Malkowski 297 yards passing, 4 touchdowns. Quabbin wins 46-36. First time in their history they have beaten Hudson.
Oh, they're going to love that at that Chinese food place up there.
Yummy!
North, Middlesex, and Gardner. Sandy Ruggles brought out the past captains of the Patriots to be recognized before the game. Such a proud program up there at North Middlesex. And then Joel Haskins, the quarterback, first quarter on the rush to the outside. And there he goes. 81 yards, inspired by the captains of the past. 7-0. North Middlesex. Patriot defense, strong early. Gardner trying to get outside. Dan DePano there for the stop. Tackle for a loss. It's a TFL, Kev. Second quarter, Gardner, Xavier Vargas rolling out. There's DePano again for the sack. North Middlesex, some tricks up their sleeves now. Behind the, oh, look at this pass. Jack Hatchie finally grabs it, pulled out everybody. 13-0 North Middlesex. They get to win 38-6. A rare win over Gardner tonight.
All right, we got St. Bernard's and BMR student section. Sporting pink for October. Opening kickoff, St. Bernard's James Xeris breaking through. The X-Man cometh and the X-Man goeth. He returns the kick. The opening kick for a touchdown. 7-0 St. Bernard's in front. St. B's Parker Bigelow. Handing off to that man, James Xeris again. The X-Man is in for another touchdown. 14-0 St. B's. BMR's Robbie Seafring going deep. But Maxwell Bigelow picks it off. Bigelow through traffic. He's not done. Down the sideline. Changing fields. Flag flies late. Good return from Bigelow. Bigelow loves his green tee, and he loves the end zone as well.
Loves the X-Man.
But he hands it off to the X-Man. He's in for his 3rd touchdown of the game. 20-0 St. Bernard's. Ensuing kickoff. It is Isaac Casey.
Whoa.
Isaac Casey. Gone. All the way into the end zone. PAT is blocked, so it's a 20-6 game right now. And here comes the master of the green tee, Bigelow. He hands off this time to Nicholas Calvillo. And Calvillo's in for the touchdown. St. Bernard's wins 41-21 is your final.
I celebrate the green tee from Bigelow.
Abby Kelly and Bay Path. You're nothing if not healthy.
That's right.
Third quarter, 23-12 Bay Path. Minutemen thrown to the end zone and Delvin Atafa. Great defense, breaking it up. Then it's Christian Keeler. Keeler firing to Ben Paquette. Paquette coming into your living room and into the end zone as well. 30-12 Bay Path. Abby Kelly. Noah Christo with the bomb to Matt Kerr behind the defense. Kerr will not stop till he takes it to the house. It's a 30-18 game.
Where's Brian Morse?
Bay Path. Keeler on the bootleg. Hits Travis Gillespie. Great job into the end zone. Gillespie gets the feet down. 36-18. Minutemen in front. Fourth quarter. It's Pat Dyer. Dyer pounding it in. Old-fashioned smash mouth Bay Path football. 42-18 Bay Path. Abby Kelly. Greg Asari gets some blocking. Asari finds his seam into the end zone. 42-26. That's your final though. Bay Path victorious tonight. 42-26.
All right, this is Bartlett taking on Oxford at Memorial Field, and it is all Bartlett at this point. And we pick it up with Josh Patterson scrambling and running and rolling, and Patterson taking off. The Pattersons are heard from again. Down close to the end zone. Good stuff from Patterson. They go for the score, but the ball's loose. Oxford recovers. The defense holds. Bartlett gets the win, 42-8.
All right, what do we have here? Quabog and Prouty. 30-0 Prouty at the half. Third quarter. Panthers with the ball. Cameron Doobie taking the handoff. Fumble. And Quabog recovers. The Cougars defense hanging in and playing tough. Cougars going to the air. Your favorite player in Central Mass, Darrell Beer Jr.
Darrell
picks it off.
Jr.
And look at him go. Beer taking it to the land of 6. Prouty taking a 37-0 lead. Panthers with the ball in the offensive line doing their work. Just blowing people off. Great run. Good tackle. Prouty's in business. Fourth quarter. Panthers setting the edge and into the end zone for the score. Normally the offense doesn't set the edge, but we're going to say they do here.
Nate's JV
Their
guys
running game was
done.
strong all night long, and the Panthers win 43-8 is your final. I look at that Quabbin team. First of all, you feel like you should speak in a Southern accent when talking about them, like they're the University of Houston with David Klingler or Andre Ware. They're like, hey, you want to score 40? That's fine. We'll score 50.
Yeah.
You want to score 50? We'll score 60. They love it at the Yummy. Everyone's out there watching it. Ted, the girls, the guys, they're all enjoying it down there and watching the frenzy. But right now, they got a team that's rolling.
Send down some Crab Rangoon. Worcester Tech getting a win over Monty. Lane's group is moving a little bit. And look at Uxbridge. They come off of a tough loss to Auburn. They get a big-time win over a good Southbridge team tonight.
And the Bay Path Minutemen Express just continuing to roll along. Plenty more of the frenzy right after this. All right, Assumption College hosting St. A's tonight. The Hounds in second place in the NE10. And from here on out, every game is a league game. Two Frenzy alums, Mike Volcano and Mike Pucko, coaching at Assumption and leading them tonight. Second quarter, 33-7 Assumption. St. A's throwing good coverage. Mario Garcia getting a sack for the Hounds. Third quarter now, Mark Monks firing a dart on the run to Dave Call. Call getting it inside St. A's territory. Next play. Monks looking. First read, second read. Then dumps it off to Doug Santos. Santos taking it down to the 15-yard line, sets up a Cole Tracy 25-yard field goal. It's 36-7 Assumption. Next drive, Monks scrambling and showing some good wheels. Coaches wanted him to slide, get down. Monks, little juke, steps out of bounds. Cole Tracy from 45 yards away nails it. That's good from 60 yards out. Assumption up 39-7. The Hounds win this one tonight, 39-14. Lunenburg at Littleton tonight. Pick this one up in the first quarter. Littleton up 8-0. Littleton with the ball. Anthony Russa with a big first down for the Tigers. After that, Griffin Shoemaker with a quick toss to Russa. And Russa, good stiff arm, running through some tackles. Did his work in the weight room, 14-0 Littleton after the touchdown. Then a wacky and a weird play. Lunenburg to the end zone. Tigers, so that's the Lunenburg cheerleaders doing some push-ups. And Littleton wins this one 46-6 is your final.
All right, our game of the week, Holy Cross hosting Harvard. This, a New England rivalry that is one of the oldest in the land. And Holy Cross needing a win over Harvard, but head coach Tom Gilmore says this might be the best team the Crusaders will face all season long.
Once again, they're a very talented squad. They're certainly, if they're not the most talented team we'll play, they're one of them. You know, they're on a roll. I mean, they're undefeated again this year. They only lost one game, I believe, last year. So they're a very talented, experienced squad. They do what they do. They're one of those teams that they have certain things that they've consistently done year in and year out, and they get real good at it, and they just recycle players, talented players every year to come in and run the scheme. So they get very efficient, very, very good at running what they're doing. Being a non-league game is really not something that we really talk about. It's a football game, and it is a significant football game because you know, our rivalry with Harvard goes back way before most of the Patriot League, so if not all the Patriot League. So this is an important game for us, you know, as a program, and a way to get back and improve on what we did last week.
All right, Harvard Holy Cross. See the game live on Charter TV3, channel 193, beginning at 1 o'clock. And this an ancient rivalry in New England college football, but for Holy Cross, coming off a heartbreaker to Bucknell, it's a game they'd love to have. Holy Cross, the last team outside of the Ivies to beat Harvard. But it's been a while, Kev. This will be a tough one.
Yeah, it will. And the biggest reason is that Harvard offensive line. They are huge every year. They got earth movers. They got guys in the NFL for a reason. This is an offensive line that gets on their blocks. They stay on their blocks, and they can drive guys downfield and really control the line of scrimmage and the game clock as well.
All right, Dwayne Cameron's going to have his hands cut out on the defensive side for Holy Cross. We're back with Man of the Match right after this.
The Friday Night Football Frenzy is brought to you by Nichols College. Learn, lead, succeed. Berterra Nissan of Auburn. Unibank. Pucci Spine Jewelry. The law offices of Joseph J. Carigula. The Sullivan Group. The Central Mass Safety Council. Holy Cross Athletics. Visit us online at goholycross.com. Mid-State Auto of Auburn and Milford Federal.
My man of the match is Quabbin quarterback Ryan Malkowski. Throws for 4 touchdowns, comes up with a huge interception late in the game to seal it. Quabbin beats Hudson for the first time ever. Ryan Malkowski, my man of the match.
Nathan Powers, QB at Leicester, running for him, throwing for him. Leicester needs another win. They get one tonight, and the Wolverines are back on track.
2 weeks left in the regular season, and things are getting real dicey. Some big wins tonight for teams. Auburn is still undefeated. We'll see you tomorrow at 1 in the afternoon.